hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn, grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby. Yeah, that's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Mia Moore. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Sunday night prime time. I'm your guy, Bobby Who's Hello to everybody in the chat. We're talking about wrestling. There's so much to talk about. We are on the precipice of WrestleMania. The week of WrestleMania begins now. How's everybody feeling out there, huh? Yes. We are recharged. It's been a long week, and we're heading right into another long week. EW1, I see you up in the chat. Bone-breaking action. C. Henry, Akash SP, what's going on? He says, guess who's back? I see you. Folks. We are live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are at ground zero, folks. WrestleMania 40, all right? 40 years in the making. And for me, sort of a circling moment, right? 40 years. We are going to make history, folks. Yes, we are. WrestleMania. We are in the building. All right. A lot to talk about, guys. Welcome to the live stream for the All About Wrestling podcast on a Sunday night. Make sure you check us out on our new website, aawpodcast.com. Folks, numbers on the screen, streaming, all right? There's the information on the screen, right? And also, if you look on the screen, this episode is brought to you by Lucha Crunch freeze-dried candy, all right? You can check them out at luchacrunchcandy.com. 10% off your first order, all right? Crunchy, munchy, and oh so sweet. Yes, our good friend, LA Wrestle Chick, she's behind this. This is her baby. And we're going to support. Make sure you support, folks. All right? A lot to talk about. Yes, Akash SP in the chat. He says something that's very, very historic, folks. Very, very historic. And we are part of this. This will be the first WrestleMania without Vince McMahon. The creator, right, of WrestleMania. The showcase of the immortals, the creator, is no longer a part of this historic event. And that's not to take away from the quality of this event. We already know Triple H is doing the thing. He's on a roll. And there's no denying him. There's no denying what we're going to get. We're going to get a star-studded double night event, right? That's the new thing. 2 nights, right? And so many great matches. All right, so we're going to be talking about WrestleMania all week. And of course, before the big event on both nights, we're going to come back to you. We're going to have a prediction show. All right, so keep it locked. Of course, tomorrow, Monday Night Raw, sold out in Brooklyn before the company heads to Philadelphia. And we have SmackDown. We have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. A lot, and a whole week filled with wrestling fandemonium, all right? But I have several topics we want to talk about tonight. Several topics, all right? First, The Rock. Man, oh man, The Rock is changing the mood of wrestling. We've seen this. We see this going on. Is The Rock ushering in the Attitude Era? Is the Attitude Era coming back? We're going to talk about it, folks. We're going to talk about it. My feeling, my gut, when I'm watching the presentation that WWE is presenting to us with The Rock on TV and the stuff that he's doing, I'm being placed back in a childhood place, right? The goosebumps, the excitement, it's all there. All right, we're going to talk about it. We're also talking about something that's very relevant to Philadelphia. Paul Heyman being inducted into the Hall of Fame in Philadelphia, right? Wow. This is coming back full circle, right? The genius behind the creation of Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, which was based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right? The start. Why not capitalize on this moment, right? Paul Heyman, he wanted to turn down this opportunity, but you cannot. I mean, it's in Philadelphia. When's the next time WrestleMania is coming to Philadelphia? They may never come back. We don't know. But now is the time to pull the trigger, and that's what Paul Heyman plans on doing. I also asked the question, Stone Cold Steve Austin, will Stone Cold make an appearance at WrestleMania 40 in Philly? Why not? 25 years later, The Rock and the Stone Cold, they started their classic trilogy right here in the city of Philadelphia. Will we see Stone Cold Steve Austin? We're going to talk about that as well. Folks, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So much to say, so much to present in front of you, folks. Also, for our channel members, guys, girls, listen. We spoke about this briefly, but for the month of April, all right, for the month of April, $15.99, our t-shirt for the month of April is right behind me. Folks, I present to you, drum roll, bam! Live in effect, folks. Live in effect. It's a Philly thing, all about wrestling podcast. In commemoration to Philadelphia coming home, right? Of course, we use the, how hot is that, huh? Huh? I'm going to post this right here in the background. Yeah. It's a Philly thing, folks. All right, that's exclusive. All right, so t-shirt to your door. That's the first official t-shirt. Folks, if you want to get in on this opportunity, please make sure you get in by April 15th. That's when the shirts are going out. And by that date, we're going to be working on our t-shirt for May. All right, folks in the chat, I see you. Eric Douglas, who inducts him? I say Taz. That'd be amazing. I say, yeah, Tommy Dreamer or RVD. Akash, yeah, I think Tommy Dreamer. They still have a good working relationship, if I'm correct, right? I believe they do. So, very, very, very interesting. It's going to be a lot of things happening, a lot of things taking place. C. Henry saying he's thinking Tommy Dreamer, Mick Foley, or Steve Austin. Steve Austin, man. I don't think they're going to blow that moment. If Steve Austin does come and is a part of WrestleMania, we're not going to blow it. It's going to be a surprise. I don't see that, but interesting point. All right, very interesting point. All right, so folks, before we get started, of course, the good folks over at Wrestling Online, they charged us up, folks. Yes, they charged us up, folks. We are presenting the Wrestling Online report. Folks, WrestlingOnline.com. Make sure you check them out. All right. This is the Wrestling Online report. Folks, I'm bringing some news, some exclusive news from our good friend Colin Vassallo, the CEO of Wrestling Online. Make sure you check them out, wrestling-online.com, for all your latest in wrestling news. Folks, if you didn't know, Cody Rhodes signs a new multi-year deal with WWE. From what we understand, It is a multi-year deal. However, the exact span of this contract, unknown, although Cody Rhodes did drop a hint. He said it's going past his 40th birthday. He's now 38 years old. All right. He said, quotes, not to like give you a scoop because it is widely reported, but I did sign a new contract with WWE, and it extends beyond my 40th birthday. Rhodes told his interview Justin Walker. Rhodes said that his plan is still to retire without it being a painful process when it's time to step out. All right. So he mentioned that his father retired as an old man wrestler, and while he loved it, as his son, it was hard to see. My daughter, she's 2, going on 3 here shortly. There does have to be a time, just like he did with us, where I have to be home all the time and be there with her, Cody said. All right, so interesting stuff. Of course, we expected there to be some type of contract extension as it relates to Cody Rhodes, right? Folks in the chat? Yeah, Akash, multi-year deals. Of course. Of course. He's the top baby face of the company, right? Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Akash, yeah, Seth and Becky's contract expires after WrestleMania. I don't see them going nowhere, but we've been surprised before. Folks, Raw, Brooklyn, sold out. That's not a surprise. All right, tomorrow's Monday Night Raw in Brooklyn, completely sold out. Ticketmaster is out of tickets except for verified resale ones. At WrestleTix reports that the count is 13,345, with the last couple of hundred tickets selling out over the weekend. This number is over 1,000 more than their last visit this past December, which was a SmackDown taping. Both The Rock and Roman Reigns will be at the Barclays Center for the final push for WrestleMania on Raw. All right, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal participants. All right, they snuck one in on us, folks. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. All right. Friday. It's going to be Friday on SmackDown. All right. Participants included in the list are Akira Tozawa, Andrade, Apollo Crews, Ashante the Adonis, Bronson Reed, Brutus Creed, Cameron Grimes, Cedric Alexander, Chad Gable, Elton Prince, Ivar, J.D. McDonough, Julius Creed, Kit Wilson, Omos, Otis, Ricochet, Senga, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Veer. Reed was the runner-up of last year's Battle Royal after he was eliminated by the winner, Bobby Lashley. All right. Interesting stuff, right, folks? A lot of participants. Gianna Forever, I'll be there. Okay, are you going to be at WrestleMania? Is that what you're talking about? Be interesting. Or are you going to be at SmackDown for the Battle Royal, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? All right. Matt Cardona, he answers the Cope Open on Collision. If you saw Collision, Matt Cardona did a surprise appearance on Collision from London. Okay, he answered Adam Copeland's Cope Open challenge. Well, this is not the first time that Cardona appeared on AEW television. It's been a couple of years since the indie star showed up there. You have to go back to 2020 and the pandemic era to find his last appearance for AEW. As you might probably expect, Cardona did not win the TNT title, but he did give Copeland a good challenge and hit his finisher, Radio Silence, for a very near fall. All right, very interesting match. Cardona, the husband of WWE Superstar. Whoa. What was that? Okay. Brian Hackett just subscribed. All right. Interesting stuff here. I never saw that before. Thanks for subscribing. Brian Hackett, thank you. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast. Welcome to the family. All right. Great to have you. All right. Cardona, the husband of WWE superstar Chelsea Green, currently a free agent, but keeps himself very occupied as the former Intercontinental Champion has mastered the art of indie wrestling. Yes, he has. Has he not? He deserves an applause for that. Matt Cardona. Cheers. Matt Cardona has mastered the art of indie wrestling. No doubt in my mind. All right, so this has been the Wrestling Online Report, folks. And yes, for all of your latest in wrestling news, make sure you check out wrestling-online.com. Our good friend Colin Vassallo. Yep, tell him I sent you. All right. Whew. Okay, Gianna's going to be at Raw in Brooklyn, okay? Cardona will show on Raw after Mania, in my opinion. Okay. That would be interesting. Raw after WrestleMania, we already know that show is going to be lit. Lit, without a doubt. All right, let's talk about it. The elephant in the room. Folks in the chat, I'd love to get your perspective about this. I really do. All right. Man, is The Rock ushering in the Attitude Era? I want to take my time here. I really do. The Rock. He's doing things that we have not seen on WWE programming in a very long time, right? Things that are very surprising, unexpected, right? Swearing, blood. We saw Cody dripping with blood at the end of our last encounter between these two that we saw, right? Gianna says Netflix era. How about that? Is The Rock ushering in the new Netflix era, right? The Attitude Netflix era. This is what we're seeing, folks. No longer PG. It's changing. It really is. It's changing. Ruthless aggression, right? It was almost cringeworthy for me to watch this because, you know, in a sense, when we watch programming from time to time, we begin to be programmed. We begin to be conditioned to stuff we're seeing. And then when something breaks the mold, it's almost like a shock to our systems. Very, very, very surprising. At least for me, right? C. Henry says no, but more like the ruthless aggression era. Akash, as per Dave Meltzer, report blood and the F-bombs will be very rarely used. Okay, that's what Dave says, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're on the beginning of something different here. I believe that the presentation is pivoting into a different direction, folks. And that's part of the way that how the company reinvents itself, right? The Rock has some choice words. He had some comments in reference to what was taking place, okay, on X. Of course, this was shared by Sports Skeeta. There it is, folks, on the screen. And The Rock, he is definitely bringing in an element that we haven't seen in quite some time. All right. And very, very interesting stuff. He says, I hate constraints and bullshit rules. And just because some WWE producer says clear, and then he puts in parentheses, meaning we are no longer live on the air and the show is over, that doesn't mean I just stop whatever I'm doing and tell everyone great job. It fucking pissed me off. I can't shut my high emotions off just because a script says we're done. But even in this crazy effing world of pro wrestling, this is a microcosm of a larger issue I have with individuals, corporations, and governments telling us what we can or can't do. You have to do it this way. You have to say it that way, or you'll get canceled. They create fear. If you have a different perspective and don't live by their rules, it's their way or no way. F that. I say it the way I want to say it. I do it the way I want to do it. My choice, our choice. Fuck your clear. That's The Rock, folks. That's how he's feeling. He's on one. Yes, he is. Folks, what are your thoughts? What's your response to this? This is some good stuff, folks. This is some good stuff. This is what we're a part of. This is what we're witnessing, right? I'm excited. I'm excited to see some different things happening here. Very interesting stuff. I'm excited. Gianna Forever says, "What a religious man." LOL. Oh, come on. We're all sinners, right? Nobody's perfect. Come on. Give Rocky a break, right? Give Dwayne a break. All right, so let's see here. Akash SP tomorrow, Raw, Cody Rhodes will tear The Rock down. We'll see. We'll see. I think that's what everybody expects, right? We expect that, something's going to happen. Cody's going to get some type of revenge. That's what we expect. So I say that that's not going to happen because lately WWE has been, I don't know, they've been on something else. They really have. I want to make sure my collab cam is working. Before anybody tries to come in here or stream in, I just want to make sure that this is working. All right, give me 1 second here. In the meantime, folks, check out our partners, our sponsors, our affiliates. All right, we're back. We are back. All right. Moving right along, folks. All right, Paul Heyman, are you excited? Are you excited that he's finally being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? Something to definitely talk about. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of ECW, right? You've heard the chants over the years, ECW, ECW. When there's some type of hardcore activity happening within the arena, the crowd, they start chanting ECW, ECW, right? It's ingrained in my blood. ECW, a part of my childhood. The genius, the creator himself, to be inducted in this landscape, this environment. What an opportunity, what a privilege, right? Paul Heyman, how significant is this? It's huge for Philly fans. For us to all be a part of it, it's amazing. It's amazing. So previously, just to give you some background, Paul Heyman, he turned down the Hall of Fame induction, right? He turned it down originally because he believed that there was so much more to add to his legacy. Of course, there is. He's on a roll right now. Arguably one of the greatest managers in wrestling history. But very prestigious opportunity. Now, he said that he's accepting this because it is a unique opportunity. It's in Philly. He states Roman Reigns is headlining both nights at WrestleMania. He'll be accepting this while still ruling from the island of relevancy. All right, so very interesting. Oh, Gianna. Thank you, Gianna. Super chat. Thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat, Gianna. Forever $4.99 super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let me pin that. Awesome. Yeah, folks. Gianna Forever just gave us up. And there's the light going off. Okay. All right, so if you notice, folks, it's a little bit late, but whenever we get super chat, this light comes on. It's kind of blinding, right? But that's our party lights. That's our super chat lights. Gianna Forever, she donated $4.99. Super chat. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now I have to try to turn this off. Okay. All right. It's a party over here. All right. So where was I? All right. So Paul Heyman, of course, he's accepting this while still ruling from the island of relevancy. All right. Why not? Why not? The time is now for Paul Heyman. Very, very interesting. We're all going to be a part of it. Of course, this is going to happen, if I'm correct, guys. Friday? Is this Friday? Are they still doing it Friday? I don't know if it's going to be, or if it's going to be Saturday or not. Not really sure. Akash, read my previous comments. All right, so Akash says, let's see, let me go back. All right, I'm going back to, all right, WWE is getting somewhat edgy. See, Henry, I believe that Raw will be more adult-based and SmackDown will be a little kid-friendly. Okay, that's a very interesting take. Akash, tomorrow, Raw, Cody Rhodes will tear the Rock down. Gianna says Raw will open with the Bloodline. Of course. Hands down. Hands down. Akash, so this will be the best go-home show after a long time. And then Gianna says Cody takes the pin on night 1. Night 2, Bloodline rules. Cody is getting jumped. All of a sudden, Cena's music hits. Then he gets jumped. And by God, that glass breaks and it's Austin. Oh my gosh. That's how you book WrestleMania, folks. If it happens that way, I think that's one of the best bookings that I've heard. Absolutely. Can you imagine how wild the crowd will be if that glass breaks and Stone Cold comes down 25 years later in Philadelphia to take The Rock out, to help against the Bloodline? It's going to be amazing. That will be something that no one will ever forget. Ever. And then Akash says, Tommy had love-hate relationship with Paul, so I want him as it will be an honest Hall of Fame speech. I guess if WWE doesn't script it. Yeah. Very, very real. Very, very, very good point. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because it will be coming from a place that's genuine, right? See, Henry, have you ever been to an old school ECW show at the arena? Yes. Yes, I have. Ah, Gianna. Another super chat, folks. You're making me rich here. You're making me rich here. All right, so another super chat, folks, ladies and gentlemen. We're on ultra low latency, meaning that you're probably seeing this as close to real time as possible. That could be why there's a little bit of a delay. But pretty soon, I'm pretty sure this light right here is going to pop on. And, yeah, it's about to be a party up in here. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. Now we got to get you a channel so we can give this back to you because we really appreciate this. Really, really, really appreciate this. All right, folks. There we go. Bam. $10 super chat. Turn the lights back on, sir. Wrestling is back. Yes, it is. Wrestling is back, ladies and gentlemen. Wrestling is back. I'm thirsty. This is water, by the way. I'm just trying to stay hydrated. I've been in the gym a lot. All right, so yes, wrestling is back. Wrestling is back. All right. Let's see here. Is anyone trying to stream in? I don't know if you are or not. For whatever reason, I can't get the collab cam. Let me see. It's on. See, Henry, you want to try to stream in? I think I sent you the link just to see if this works. I don't know what's up with this. It says open the source properties. Boom. Settings. Nah. Unless it's in here. Yeah, I'm still working on this stuff. All right. All right, so let's move along. All right, so before we get on our other topic, folks, of course, Lucha Crunch freeze-dried candy. All right. Make sure you check them out. LuchaCrunchCandy.com, 10% off your first order. So when you go there, when you place your first order, you're going to get 10% off. Folks, this candy, man, oh man, crunchy, munchy, and oh so sweet. This is our good friend, LA Wrestle Chick. This is her company. Make sure you show some love, show some support. All right, there you have it. Very, very good stuff. All right. All right, we talked about it briefly. Stone Cold Steve Austin appearing at WrestleMania 40. What are the chances? What are the chances? Going to be some good stuff. Oh, there's the light. A little late. But it's there. All right, will Stone Cold Steve Austin show up? Will the glass break? I would hope so. I really hope Triple H capitalizes off of this opportunity. My opinion, I think he will. Triple H is a genius. He never forgets. He always remembers the past, the significance in relation to what has happened, what has transpired in specific locations, specific environments, and it's WrestleMania. At one point in time, we would say the showcase of the Immortals, right? In some way, in some form or fashion, we heard that Hulk Hogan will be a part of this event somehow in some capacity. We don't know. We heard of John Cena potentially showing up. We don't know. High likelihood, right? And then Stone Cold. We've heard that they were talking about potentially having Stone Cold show up in some form, some fashion. We don't know, but we hope so because this is huge. Leon the King TV, what's going on? This is really huge. And then there's the missing element that nobody is talking about, folks. No one. We cannot forget Damian Priest is lurking in the shadows, right? Still carrying the briefcase. Has not been centered or positioned in front of the camera in a sense where we are to believe that he's going to cash in. He is the missing piece. This is done strategically, folks. Strategically, for us to try and forget that it's even there. And then when it happens, boom, right? Akash, WrestleMania is going to be amazing this time. We have not sent invitation to both. WWE have sent invitations to both Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin. As per the reports, Hulk Hogan will be at the signings in the WWE world. Still no reports on Steve. All right, which is why I believe Steve is probably the big surprise, right? Leon the King TV. How does Karrion Kross not have a WrestleMania match for a second year in a row? Yeah, isn't something going on with Karrion Kross and the LWO or Kevin Owens or something's going on? I think in some way he's probably going to be a part of it. But yeah, you're right. He doesn't have a specific match. Why? Was Karrion Kross one of McMahon's prodigies? You know, since he's made his exit, we haven't seen much of a push behind him. Gianna says 25 years after Mania 15, T-shirt gate, where Austin left his vest at home and had to wear that T-shirt to the ring with the snakes as his arms. Yeah. Wow. Taking it back. What if Priest causes an end? What if Priest cashes in on night one due to The Rock and Roman beating down Seth? Then on night two, we get Seth versus Priest versus McIntyre in a triple threat match. That'd be amazing. But that's a lot. That's a lot of wrestling for Seth, right? I mean, not saying that he's incapable. We all know he's capable. Leon says that's a good idea, to be honest. Gianna, you're a great booker. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. Very interesting. What are some highlights from the week of wrestling, folks? There's been a lot. There's been a lot of interesting wrestling on TV. AEW, of course, WWE. And, of course, when we see prior to WrestleMania, WWE, they push their game even higher. Then the other competitors have to push their game higher. So we're all capitalizing off of this, getting good wrestling, good presentation, right? Kosh says, I think Drew will ruin Priest's Money in the Bank cash in. That'd be terrible. Then they put Finn and JD together as tag champs for the ladder match. Wow. Good stuff. Folks, let me see. Try some stuff here. Let me know if you see this on the screen. Do you see anything? No? Yes? I don't see anything. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is glitchy. Drew has resigned. Drew McIntyre has resigned with WWE. Damian has to have a successful cash in. They need to get rid of the Money in the Bank as a pay-per-view. Interesting idea. Although I think it does add something extra after WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. After a while, it just goes away, right? We haven't seen them push the briefcase in a while. It just disappears. And then WrestleMania or whatever other pay-per-view, it's a surprise element that we can look forward to. All right, folks, what do we want to talk about? Those were my topics. Of course, we are days away from WrestleMania, folks. Days away. Brad Williams in the building. What's up? What's up? What's going on, bro? That's Brad Williams, man. Put some respect on his name. Akash, I think Drew will ruin Priest's Money in the Bank cash in. Yeah. Yeah, make it a match at Mania, folks. We are days away from one of the most historic events in wrestling history, folks. Why not have WrestleMania in the city of brotherly love, home of the Eagles, the Phillies, the Flyers, right? What are my thoughts on Jade? Jade Cargill. I like how Jade, we're getting bits and pieces of her, right? She's not, You know how we get a debut of a wrestler, you know, and then it's like a flash in the pan. And then they're here, and then we're used to it. They're keeping the surprise element of Jade. They're giving us bits and pieces of it so that we experience this high level of excitement, right? Her excitement's up here. It's not wavering. It's still high. It's still a high level of excitement as it relates to Jade Cargill. There's so many storylines that they can go and create with her. So many feuds, her, Bianca Belair. There's a lot. There's a lot that can be produced and presented to us. So yeah, I'm very excited about her. What's going to happen with her for WrestleMania, right? Priest cashing in on Cody. If Cody wins, that'd be terrible. Of course, I think if he cashes in on Cody after Cody wins, he's going to lose. Cody's going to win. Brad Williams, what's good, bro? WrestleMania is going to be insane. I think they're going to push Jade versus Bianca after the big show. I believe so. We all want to see that, right? We got a shade of it at the Rumble. We got a taste of it. Leon the King TV says that's a good idea. See, Henry, I can see Priest cashing in about a month. Judgment Day will break up. Oh, Judgment Day, such a great faction. But Rhea, she runs that show, right? All right, folks. This has been a show. Gianna says they announced Jade, Bianca, and Naomi versus Damage Control. Oh, there we go. 3-on-3. I'm excited. That's a good one. Absolutely. Do you think Alexa Bliss could return with the evil gimmick? I don't know. I think they should reinvent Alexa. That's just my opinion. We haven't seen her wrestle in a while either. All right, folks. Before we get off the air, folks, make sure you check out our channel membership. True Contender T-shirt club, 1 T-shirt per month. Exclusive members only live streams where things get real. Loyalty badges, custom emojis. And of course, folks, for the month of April, if you see behind me, this is history in the making, our first T-shirt club shirt in commemoration of WrestleMania coming home to Philadelphia. There you have it. It's a Philly thing. The All About Wrestling podcast has our QR code on it. You can go right to our website. We're going to be rocking these at WrestleMania, folks. This shirt may be upgraded to a better quality tee where it has a red collar and red rings around a sleeve. It's going to be more of a form-fitting type. But we'll let you know. Of course, if you want to get in on this T-shirt, make sure you join before April 15th. All right, that's when the T-shirts will go out, and we'll start working on our May T-shirt. And already, folks, I'm not going to spoil it, but our design for May is fire. Fire. All right, so, folks, it's been real. It really has. We'll be back throughout the week. Make sure you keep it locked. Check us out on Instagram, All About Wrestling Podcast. We're on YouTube, of course, Facebook. Thanks, E. Henry. Yes, great show. Our MVP, Gianna Forever, with the super chats. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Everybody that chimed in, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so it's been real. Make sure you keep it locked. The All About Wrestling Podcast. Bobby Rassles signing off. Till next time.